What is up, everybody? Black Metal here. Sorry if I sound like Cookie Boy 17. Black Metal here. Time for another Madden 17 video. So today I'm going to be doing game 14 and hopefully later doing game 15. I want to separate it a little bit. Don't really want to do it overlapping because that would be a long video. I've already done really a long video when I did the Madden 15 series, which will be coming up in a few weeks because I'll be killing it with the Philadelphia Eagles 15-minute quarters again. Hopefully to see what this does as we continue for Madden 17. I gave up 10 points. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay under 100. A point record, forgot how much it is, but really need to have an advantage. So gave up 10 points last game. Let's do this. Continuing from yesterday. I'm playing against the 6-6 Bills. Game 14. I love Antonio Brown. Latavius Bryant, of course. So, I'm going to start this. And, wait, hold on, no. I actually want to get a free agent tight end. I don't really like this guy, Gimbal, so I'm going to see what there is in tight end. I draft like a rookie tight end. Only 74 overall. Not really good. Let me see if I can trade someone away. Let me see if I can trade away this guy. See if I can trade him for someone. I don't want it to be the Bears. Let's see, the Bills. Who do the Bills have? I'm not getting rid of LaShawn McCoy. I would like to get someone like LaShawn McCoy, Charles Clay, I don't know. I want to get another tight end. The compliment guy like that. You know, I'm going to get rid of let me see on my team, the Steelers. I want to get rid of another running back, DeLangelo Williams, but I don't know if they're going to be able to if I'm going to be able to trade him away. Oh, okay. Submit the offer, and of course it went through. I want to get Deshaun Jackson. Oh, shit. Damn it. Oh, wait, I know what to do. I don't want to get Deshaun Jackson. I want to get another tight end. Let's see, Saints. Kobe Fleener, I don't know about that. Seahawks. They're not going to trade away Jimmy Graham, but they might. Texans. Who's the tight ends? Delaney Walker. I don't know if they're going to get rid of him. Zach Miller. I'm going to see about Zach Miller. Damn it. Oh, shit. All right. I got to get rid of this guy. Gimbal. I want to get someone else. Quickly before we start this game off. I'm not getting rid of Virgil Green. Let me just submit this, see what S through. Damn it. Like, why are they not interested in him? Come on, I need another tight end. How about Darby? Come on. Fuck. Well, I need another tight end, but okay, you know what? Let me just you know what? I'm good. I am good right now. I'm gonna play this game, skip training, and let's do this. Bills have a good defense, so hopefully I could do something here. Shit, I'm not gonna. I want to change my offense to a balanced offense. There we go. Color rush for Bills. There we go. See if that can give them luck. I'm gonna do what kind of defense am I gonna do for this? This live stream doesn't cut out. Right balance, fast balance, pistol, run and shoot. Now I'm gonna do the balanced. Let's advance. I will talk to you guys at the end of this video, hopefully. Okay, I'll talk to you guys at the next one. The next one. Goodbye.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. In this game, we've got a team in the midst of a historic season. And the Steelers may say they're taking it one game at a time, but you know they have to be thinking about finishing the regular season undefeated. It's the Steelers going up against the Bills. With that, let's send you up to Orchard Park in Western New York, where we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they've handled all comers through the first 3 months, a perfect 12-0.
Yeah, they're 3/4 of the way to a perfect season, and now's where it really starts to get into your mind. We'll see if it affects their play in any way.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by one of the more mobile quarterbacks in the league, and that's Tyrod Taylor.
7-6 as a first-time starter in 2015. He did a really nice job taking care of the football. 20 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. All right, let's take a look at the offensive starters and the second-round pick out of USC. One to talk about, Robert Woods.
I think a lot of people thought maybe he was ticketed for stardom coming out of USC. Has always been a great route runner, much more of a complimentary receiver, but they could utilize that in a big way and have him open up things in the middle.
Again, it's McCoy, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker, and on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, and he made a nice tackle.
Here's Colton Schmidt now to kick it away for Buffalo. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
With it is Brown. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They're led onto the field by a man who needs no introduction, Ben Roethlisberger.
An absolute prototype for what you draw up as a big, strong quarterback that has to stay in the pocket and make big throws with people all around him and even hanging on him, and still has that type of strength to get the ball downfield. Ben Roethlisberger, an absolute rock in the pocket, but he also can escape and make big plays that way as well.
And his throw is incomplete. Sammy Coates, the intended target there. And that'll bring up second down. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL. And now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. Third and 2, now Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. Martavis Bryant, the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Bills. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They'll go again to McCoy. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Bud Dupree came out of the University of Kentucky determined to let everyone know that they play football there as well as basketball. A terrific pass rusher off the edge.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On third down, Taylor. And that is incomplete. Charles Clay is tied in the intended target, and it's 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Now Brown. Oh, spinning away. Look at the dance and the juke. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last.
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 56 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. And last drive, 3-and-out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space.
And McCoy loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Now Taylor on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, it's McCoy. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. James Harrison, the veteran, in on the stop.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's Taylor. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And fourth down coming up. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is taken at the 10. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
Whenever we talk about Zach Brown, the first thing that comes to mind is speed. He can absolutely fly at the linebacker position.
They come out here in the eye. Now Roethlisberger, and it's complete to Ladarius Green. There goes Green, past the 20, and he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. They went zone blitz there, obviously successful. What makes the zone blitz successful?
Well, just go ahead and let's break the term down. Zone means they're going to play zone behind them in coverage, not man-to-man. But the zone blitz, why it's confusing to offenses? Because oftentimes defensive ends or defensive tackles will drop back into coverage, and linebackers or safeties will usually fill that gap and blitz in their spot, messing up the blocking responsibilities.
And that is incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that brings up fourth down. Here's Colton Schmidt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. Look at the spin.
Balance.
Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And this offense now with a short field ahead. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan, and Thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. And that catch puts him past the great Jerry Rice. For the most receiving yards in a single season, he's now up over 1,848.
At one point, we called Jerry Rice Flash. How about the dash we saw here today? The dash towards his record and past it. What a tremendous achievement. And how much fun is it for us to be here to witness it?
It's a pinch-me moment for us. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills getting set to go. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The 38-year-old veteran. How does he do it? James Harrison in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end. 3rd down here.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. We focus our attention now on the quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. Wouldn't you love to be in the truck right now and hear him calling for it? Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And an alley to run. Oh, he slipped right by him. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And partner Emmitt Smith now moves to number 2. His record of 165 career rushing touchdowns has been broken. What else can you say but wow?
I have no other words but wow, because Emmitt Smith set the standard. A guy that always found his way into the end zone. That record has now been eclipsed. The only thing our new record holder has to worry about, will Emmitt come back and try and get his record back?
So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward. Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes, because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection, if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude him? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play.
Now Taylor to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Here's Colton Schmidt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And wow, fortunately, he was able to get it back, but it's left his guys in a bit of a hole here. They're backed up deep to start this drive. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense? Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30. 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And with that touchdown reception, we have a new single-season leader. We were waiting for this moment. We got to see it here.
How much fun is it that we were here to see it? And this guy's able to catch touchdown passes from everywhere. Red zone, out in the field. It didn't matter. You put in his vicinity, he carried it over the goal line.
And the route is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers defense getting ready here. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense. And said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. One man on the backfield. That's McCoy. He'll get the football here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
And this one is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 4th down. Here's Colton Schmidt now. He's been terrific so far. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's the rookie from Ohio State, Adolphus Washington. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On second down, it's Bell. Ooh, the juke. Still on his feet. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. An 8-yard gain, so that gets him halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can take people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. He's on pace now for 12 rushing touchdowns, and I think he's making fantasy owners smile.
I think you've got to change something on defense, don't you? I mean, we often talk about using a spy on a quarterback who has the ability to run and maneuver outside of the pocket. Maybe they need to change that to spying him, because this many touchdowns this early, that is demoralizing for a defense. One guy breaking them down.
And the route is on here in this first half. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Here's Taylor to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Bell, and some room to maneuver. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. Can't wait to see what the 2nd quarter has in store. And we're back to upstate New York after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it into Watkins, and now it's 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
This is taken at the 23. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's 50-50, run it, throw it. Sometimes it's just being a balanced running team in terms of who's carrying the football.
Not more than one guy.
Right, multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Doesn't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Whoosh! He's still barreling through. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And the record for receptions in a single season has been eclipsed.
Which tells you one thing. Not only is he getting open, he's not dropping anything that comes his way. What a fantastic season, jumping over the really high bar that had been set previously.
He's one of the best ever. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. 8 yards to go here on 2nd down. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. They'll roll him out right. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Big Ben, not the most agile quarterback in NFL history, but he can use those legs when he needs to.
He really can, and I think it starts with him taking contact and shedding.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with an unbelievable 5th touchdown of the game. And this Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. Well, he was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's the first-round pick from a year ago, Bud Dupree. In there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. Yeah, they have had success on the ground, really as a team, doing well carrying the football. So maybe a little less pressure on his shoulders as the quarterback.
Any pressure he's carrying right now, that's self-inflicted, right? He's taking it on. He doesn't need to. Continue to do what you just said. Let everyone else carry the football. That's been effective. Don't have to worry about him throwing the ball in all the situations now. That's got to be a good feeling if he just relaxes and lets it keep coming to him.
Yeah, and relax and enjoy the second quarter lead right now. And he cuts right sideline and some room to go. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell joining only Gale Sayers, his men with a 6-touchdown performance in a single game. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Extra point now by Boswell. And the route is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try to get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Watkins alone on the left side. Now Taylor to throw on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Four down. Check. Here we go. What? 90.
Play action. It's Taylor. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a third down attempt.
Fielded at about the 28. Oh, nice move. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. The Bills now making their way back out onto the field. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game where they've just given up points, gotten pushed around, so to speak, during this contest. They've got to find a way to end it right here, right now.
Can they end it? Let's find out. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he's got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Hey. We got three. Three down. Set. Blue 30. Where's 52?
Now a first down carry by Bell. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Again, it's Bell. And some room to work. A big play there out of the running game. 33 yards.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Bills. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play. But it didn't gain him any yardage.
Watch tight end. 4 down. Come on, let's go.
Now a 20th carry here for McCoy. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to.
Robert Woods. And got a man. It's Woods. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Woods, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills claw one back. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. but I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They come out with one back and three tight ends. On the move to his left. Now he'll square up and throw. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 48 yards. Charles, you think Big Ben is happy to have Antonio Brown on the other side of his passes?
You know he is, but he also expects it. And this is how their offense runs best. When those two get together, especially early, and continue to do it throughout the game, the end result is the one that we're seeing right now. They're ahead on the board.
It has been early and often. They go play action now. Roethlisberger rolling to his right. Uses the stiff arm. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell extending the NFL record with his 8th touchdown of the game. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So he runs it for 1 yard, then no gain. I don't know that you go back to that well here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I don't know that you do as well, but if you want to get the ball to him, if you want him to have it, maybe you get him into space and throw it to him.
And that is incomplete. Not that time for Watkins. And that brings up 4th down. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. With it is Brown. Look at this spin.
Balance.
Oh, he did it again. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. They go play action here. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. Antonio Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. Play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ryan Shazier in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. On second down, Taylor, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charles.
And let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball, but when you get 12 in 1 year, that's better than most careers, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you might be asking for a bump in pay, too.
No doubt about it, running right in there and talking to the team.
Now Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ladarius Green with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And this Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it. From the 15-yard line, what are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
The Bills getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Single, that's single slot, Watch 85. Let's go.
Second and 10 now. It's Taylor. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now it's Taylor over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, and it's second down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Again, now it's Taylor on second and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. How about that being his 13th interception of the season, tied for number 2 all-time?
And when someone's having a season that fantastic, wouldn't you think you'd have a scouting report that says, don't throw in his area?
I don't think he's cared about the scouting reports all year.
Yeah, he's found a way to find the football. He's become a true ball magnet.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up first and 10.
When Le'Veon Bell gets going and he starts galloping and he piles up yards, his team usually wins, and that's exactly what they're doing here.
Well, in 2015, he had the MCL, PCL injury. Some people were worried. He looks pretty good here in this one.
That tells you there's a whole lot of rehab that went into that, a lot of determination to get back and get back to his present form, which is awfully good.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Hey. We got three. Three down.
Brown, the lone receiver left. Here's Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Now, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Bills don't have much to hang their hat on after the first half. The Steelers have done a good job taking control of this game, and the scoreboard shows as much. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Third down, inches to go. The catch in traffic made by Martavius Bryant, and it leads to a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 7. First and 10. Bell's going to take it off the right side, and he'll go in for the score. Steelers up by 2 touchdowns. Midway through the first quarter, the quick pass, it's complete, and this goes 68 yards for the score. The Steelers go up by 21. Midway through the first quarter, Bales is going to cruise off the right side, and he'll take it in for the touch. Steelers continue to dominate. Now after the fumble, Roethlisberger's deep pass will pay off here, and it leads to a touchdown. The lead continues to mount. Steelers on offense. First quarter winding down. Bell's able to get clear of everybody, and he'll go in from 78 yards out. The blowout is on. At the end of the first quarter, Bell's going to shift out to the right side, and this long run goes for a touchdown. Steelers with the commanding lead. Third down from the 26. Woods is found on the quick pass, and this play goes for a score as they try to get back in it. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The beautiful fake. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And look at the numbers, a repeat performance. It seems right now it doesn't matter how many guys they're going to put on him, he's going to catch the football.
And when you hit that zone, and that's what he's in right now, where everything is working well for him, and I think it's in combination with what the offense coordinator's doing. He's a primary target. He looks at his play sheet, knows he wants to get him the football, and has designed some routes effective for the last 2 weeks. He's really been fun to watch. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. He got 29 yards that time. And now this is back-to-back weeks that he has treated us with a really solid performance.
We know he's great. We expect it. But this is pretty special what we're watching here.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Sammy Coates, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here comes the Steelers defense once more. They go play action here on first down. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know the focus is LaShawn McCoy here, but the defense is doing a really nice job. He's nowhere near his normal yardage total in this game.
Yeah, such a prolific rusher, well up over 6,000 for his career. How'd they kept him down?
Well, a lot of gang tackling, getting to the point of attack with a number of people, not creating any creases or cracks for him to find his way through. Because you know, with that agility and vision he has, he can always pop a big run. Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here we go. 190.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the way that he ran last week has not been duplicated here. What gives, Charles?
I don't know. Maybe it was the big meal he took him for after the game last week. I don't know. Being a little bit facetious here, but I do know that after last week's game, the coaching staff awarded game balls to every starting offensive lineman. They're not playing to the same level this week. I don't know if they're seeing different things on defense that have really fouled things up in their blocking scheme, or if they're just not as sharp. Because right now, he's not finding the creases, can't find the gaps to get through and get upfield.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Here we go. Brand 38.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
And he did get it back, I do think, yes. So no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a 1st down.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He's going to try and go deep again. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense, Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They'll send Brown in motion right. On third down, Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards. So back-to-back games here of great production and just, you know, his cuts. They're so quick last week and this week.
That comes from confidence, I think. He understands what the defense is trying to do, but I think he has so much belief in his offensive line that he's just saying, the block's going to be there. I'm not worried about it. And we saw that last week. In fact, they were so good last week on the flight home. I actually plugged in the game and watched the offensive line play one more time. I was so impressed by them.
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And a cut to the right and some open field here. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell shattering the NFL record with his 9th touchdown. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. And he's able to put it through. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Taylor with a give to McCoy. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way. It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Now Brown. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that what
he would have kept it on the ground.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here in this situation. They stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And Le'Veon's mother, Lisa, she grew up a huge Steelers fan, so she's got to love this. Her team's winning. Her son's doing the thing for her team. All good, right?
Did she have a plug into the scouting department, into the front office
Maybe she was placing calls.
That's a big-time deal for her right there. How happy is she out of big? A lifelong dream of her team with her baby starring on it. You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. 3rd down and 5.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And he'll get it up the middle. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell making a mockery of the NFL record books with his 10th touchdown of the game. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Watkins alone on the left side. On 1st down, it's Taylor. That is incomplete. Percy Harvin, the intended receiver there, and now it's 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. This will be taken at the 10. Oh, what a move. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, well, man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Here we go. 190. 190.
Second and 10, it's Taylor again. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Harvin that time, and now it's third down. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor surveying the field. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, he flat out can't be stopped. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. Touchdown, Steelers. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Bills. They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
This give is to McCoy. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Let's go.
On third down, Taylor. And that is incomplete. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. And the Steelers set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. So deja vu all over again. Another good week. And sometimes maybe, because the defense doesn't look that bad, maybe this is just good offense beating good defense in his case.
I like that because we always want to point out that there's a breakdown or someone made a mistake or there was an error. Sometimes it's exactly as you described it. Sometimes they just made better plays. And that's what he's been doing for the last 2 weeks. Someone's got to find a way to cover this guy. Otherwise, he may set some records.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell Finding the end zone yet again. And this Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On 2nd down, Taylor. And he's got some space here. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down now after the incompletion. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Harvin, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Here's Taylor. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down.
Brown, the lone receiver left. Roethlisberger will throw. And Bryant's got it over the middle. 13 yards there on the pickup. And it'll give the Steelers a 1st down.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. All day. All day.
Bryant spread out to the right. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown with an unbelievable 5th touchdown of the game. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
No, she's singing. She's at least
she's on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll throw on 1st down to Taylor. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. 3rd down and 8 now.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 30. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, he flat out can't be stopped. And this Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No.
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills getting set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Receivers work all the time on making sure they catch the ball, haul it into their bodies before they turn and run. A little bit of loss of focus on that play.
Let's go!
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. And that's incomplete. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And taken right on the 30. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
If you love pressure,
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you'll only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell finding the end zone yet again. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Now Taylor on 1st down. Left side here, caught by Clay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Fresh set of downs here. From the gun, it's Taylor. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Harvin the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. Come on, let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And his throw here is incomplete. Watkins the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
Again, it's Taylor. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way.
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown joining only Gale Sayers' his men with a 6-touchdown performance in a single game. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Second down following the incompletion. Watkins alone on the left side. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Every time I see a hitch pattern dropped, I go back to the combine because there's a drill that they use all the time that's called the gauntlet drill, where a receiver catches the ball and just works his way straight down the line and catches it from different sides. And the problem with that
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off William Gay, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Shreds the tackle. Stiff-armed another.
You know how hard it is to fight that off?
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
3 down.
They come up with 1 running back. That's Bell. Off another.
The first.
And out of bounds just shy of the end zone at the 1.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. He flat out can't be stopped. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 53 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. 2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Harvin that time, and it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion.
Hey, come on, let's go.
On 3rd down, Taylor had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And Graham's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They come up in an offset eye. On the counter, here's Bell. They find some open field here. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell finding the end zone yet again. And this Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Here we go. White, 90. White.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, partner, the hit sure looks like a simple route, but I think the issue with it is a lot of time when you're making that play, you're actually working your way back inside towards traffic where the big guys are coming from inside out, whether it's defensive ends or linebackers. And a lot of the time, instead of securing the pass, your eyes might stray towards the middle and wonder where the big hit's going to come from.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Man open right side. It's the tight end, Clay. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. 10 yards to go on 3rd. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
Certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed. Yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toe.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, he flat out can't be stopped. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. And there he had to break multiple tackles to earn that touchdown. Bottom line, he earned that touchdown.
Indeed he did. That was pretty much a get off of me run and all the way into the end zone.
It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they were trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rap.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. 2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Second down and just one. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here we go.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to catch. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Stays on his feet, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Hey, we got three down.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here's Bell, still on his feet. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
That one goes for 24 yards.
That's a big league run. Takes them down inside the 5-yard line, and momentum definitely on the side of the guys on offense. And if you're an offensive lineman, you love to run the football, especially out in the field where there's some space. But I'll go to you in a little bit of a secret. Those guys like it in tight, too, because they get matched up and they get to show just how stout they are in a tough situation. They're recommending they run it again.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big rookie from South Carolina State in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. On second down, Taylor. And now here is another interception. Picked off here by the former first-rounder, Justin Gilbert. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. After each game, a player gets graded on his performance, and that's every play of the game. So while that was the last play and it didn't change the outcome, he's still going to get kudos for playing it to the end.
So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Steelers, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.
Hello, everyone. Okay, hello, everyone. Black Metal here. I mean, I hope my file doesn't get corrupt from this. Holy, are you kidding me? I mean, Mike Mitchell, one away from that interception career, the most interceptions in the season. Le'Veon Bell already crushed it. But, I mean, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. I mean, that is amazing. All right, so let's quit in advance. All right, so my dad, of course, is ignoring me doing this. So let me just advance, and I'm gonna upgrade some of the defense. Where is Mike Mitchell? There's it. Safety. Not him. There's middle linebacker. Is that Mike Mitchell? Where's Mike Mitchell? Bud Dupree, defensive tackle. Mike Mitchell, there we go. Oh my God. Or I'm out. No, but I will upgrade. Well, my defense is 85 now. That's good. I'm going to advance against the Bengals. See, the record's quick, and my controller unfortunately died, and I'll do this game later, hopefully. Right now. I mean, that was just... 7 weeks into the Super Bowl. Alright, so I'm going to look in the entire NFL, just see everything. The Broncos clinched already. The Lions. The Eagles, not yet. I clinched first round by the Broncos, I think. Clinched first round by. I think I have to get Denver to lose again, but I mean, are you kidding me? I only give it up 105. I only gave up 105 points. Not so many points I have scored. So I'm not gonna retire because hold on, let me just everything's high. Let me just go to let's go to gameplay sliders. Computer skill. I mean that. Computer skill. I want to see computer. They're 0 and they're still. They're still losing. I mean, they're still winning. So that's going back. So basically I have 3 more teams and I'll do another game tonight. But this is basically the games. Played against the Eagles, the Chiefs. That was 2 consecutive games where I gave up only over 20 points. Oh, I played the Jets twice. Doesn't make sense. So since I played the Jets twice, that's wrong. So the Jets, I pretty much shut them out. Versus the Patriots, 68-3. And then I played the Ravens, I shut them out. The Cowboys, I don't allow a offensive touchdown. The Browns, 187-0. Colts, 202-0.
No way. You know, I mean, really, how do you look at yourself?
180. Now I played the Giants in 2 consecutive weeks. I gave up pretty much 20 points, but over week 12 and week 14, 221 points. I think I did that already in Madden 25, I think, but that was with the all 25s. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. I mean, look at that! Look at that! 221. 2 games this season. And the lowest points I scored was against the Bengals, 112-2. But other than that, it's been, other than week 1 and week 2, it's been pretty much in the 60s, 90s, in the 160s. The 191 game, and pretty much for most of the season, past week 5, I gave up 3 points, 0, 9 points, 0, 0, 10, 10. So hopefully I can shut out the Bengals again. And I don't know why it's saying that I played the Giants twice. I have no idea why it's saying that. Giants or Jets. But, I mean, this is amazing. I mean, look at this score!
Why are you screaming at me?
I mean, seriously, look. As it goes down, I swear to God, this is... Wait. No, wait, this is funny. This is funny. Okay? The more games I play... Well, not the more games I play, but basically it's sequenced. Week 2, I score 112. Week 1, I score 138.
If you see my police officer friend, please tell him. My daughter's...
Week 10, 159. Week 5, 123. Week 5, 123. I mean, 163. Week 3, 164 points. Week 66, 160. Week 4, 666 points. Week 7, 168 points. Week 13, 183. Week 9, 184. Week 11, 187. Week 6, 194. And then week 12, 120. 220, 202. I don't think even good Madden players are like, yeah, I know Madden, I'm just gonna score a lot. True Madden players, okay, my dad thinks I cheat. Who gives a shit if I cheat? I mean, no one in this Madden, let's see, it goes score. Look at the first week of the season. I mean, 14. Ravens. I mean, they only... I mean, in the winning effort, I guess it's safe to say, all right, Rams, okay, really, ignore that. Ignore that thing that person did. Patriots, Panthers, Packers. Well, you expect that. You expect them to beat the Bears. Lions. I mean, I think they're the second best kind of scoring team in the league. Jets. You've got 48-42 against the Ravens. The Jaguars. That score's funny. That is funny. The Chiefs and beating. I mean, the Chiefs losing. So, all right. So the Bengals. Too much. They lost to the Browns 24-24. That's funny. 49ers 41-21. Falcons. Yeah, they're not as good as they were. They're not as good as they are in the real 2016 season. Eagles, pretty good. I gave them that sort of stuff. Dolphins, 45 most points. Cowboys, 45-21. Texans, that was funny. That game that I saw is funny. So the Saints, the Chiefs beat the Saints. Cardinals, pretty good. Buccaneers, good. Browns, well, they're just mediocre. Broncos, I was the one who gave them sort of the spark. It was kind of my fault. They started in kind of a losing effort. They lost to the Panthers. They beat the Colts. They lost to the Bengals. They lost to the Bucs, Falcons, They beat the Chargers, beat the Texans, beat the Chargers, beat the Raiders, beat the Saints. Pretty much what it was in real life. Beat the Chiefs, beat the Jaguars, and beat the Titans. So they got the Patriots next. Hopefully they can beat that game. Well, I've set it to that. They got the Bills. Oh, wait, the Bills. Week 4, 27-24. The Bears lost to the Lions 13-21. And as you go down the list, as I'm going to show you my team quick, that should really be the score. You should eliminate the 0. You should eliminate the 1 in front of all of it and the 2. Well, except that Colts game. It should be 20-0. That's a nice score. 83-10, 21-10, 84-0, 68. So I will see you guys in the next video. I'm sure you guys are being bored by my talking, but I'll be playing the Bengals next, hopefully in a few hours, and I'll be watching this game again. And I'm just going to go to the records quick. That will be it. I'll go to the NFL records. Ben Roethlisberger got close. So, this is the season. Ben Roethlisberger already beat Peyton Manning. He has a lot of... that's sick. Le'Veon Bell, almost 10,000 yards. I don't know if he can make that. Rushing touchdowns. Le'Veon Bell already hit it. Antonio Brown, pretty good. Receiving touchdowns. There's 2 players on my team. Ladarius Green and Antonio Brown. Now I just want to see this. Mostly every game, he set records. He set 556, 569, 632, 633, 709, 723, 771. My dad. 802 passing touchdowns. 14 passing yards. Ben Roethlisberger, I already went to that. Defensive interceptions. Mike Mitchell already got to it. Defensive sacks. Yeah. There's no one on my squad that are even close to that. Catches. Antonio Brown already beat that record along with Ladarius Green. Receiving touchdowns now. This will surprise you. 6'6", 7'7", 9. Receiving yards. And Latavius Bryant did it too. So basically, this guy named Willie Anderson, was the original number 1. Calvin Johnson was, of course, 2. So basically, this is what it was. Latavius Bryant for my team, and then with 357, 361, 367, 403, 405, 418, 424, and 515. Now I'm just going to go to rushing yards. This is sick, okay? This is sick. And all of it. Every single game this season. This was recently. So basically, I'm going to go down Le'Veon Bell. 609, 618, 621, 650, 694, 649, 805, 840, 1,801, 1,008, and 1,023. This is the rushing touchdowns, all set by Le'Veon Bell. 11, 12, 12, 12. Wait, okay. 11, 12, 12, 12, 13, 13, 15, 15, 19, 19. And now I'm just going to go over to interceptions. Mike Mitchell has already set that record. That's amazing. Okay, Mike Mitchell's a free safety. Everyone else who did it was a cornerback. He's the first free safety. Everyone on this list is a cornerback. He's the only free safety on this list. I mean, amazing. And Antonio Brown already hit that record. I mean, he beat Marvin Harrison. And Antonio Brown did it in 2015. And so did Julio Jones. But and Antonio Brown did it in 2014. Nes Welker did it. Yeah, we already beat that record because he caught 112 balls in 2007. Alright, so that's, I guess, the list. I just want to see the career stats quick for rushing touchdowns. And Le'Veon Bell, just goodbye. Rushing yards. Yeah, Le'Veon Bell's not close. No, not close enough. Oh, Frank Gore's close to that. LaDaine Thompson, Curtis Martin, Barry Sanders, rushing touchdowns, well, receiving yards. He's definitely not on that list. Yeah, I'm almost done, Papa. 1 sec. Oh, yeah, I gotta go, guys. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Wait, hold on. Just gonna quit this match first. I'll see you in a little bit for game 15. See ya. Okay. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. I'm actually going to do a live stream in a little bit, but it's not going to be Madden. Probably going to be doing something else, but I'll wait a little bit. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.